guys, this video is going to be stories of my childhood slash just my stupidness and also my friend's stupidness. I'm gonna let you in on a little inside joke. We had a cabinet that was just there. It wasn't like connected to the wall or anything. It was just buy it at store, put it in your living room or something, and it's there. And this thing is like 3 feet tall, maybe 2.5. I don't really know. But for like 5-6-year-old me, and I'm 4'11", so I'm not very tall, but so 5 or 6-year-old me, I'm like this tall, and trying to get something off the top, but it's like way off my reach, so I have to like tiptoe it and like stretch like, oh, maybe. Anyway, when I was doing this, my brother, who, let's see, hold on, he's what, 20 now, and I'm almost 14, so that's 6 years older than me, so he's about 12, maybe 11. He's 11 or 12 at this time. He thinks it'll be a good idea to grab my ankles while I am tiptoeing to get whatever the heck was so important on this cabinet. So then after he like grabs my ankles, I fall backwards and I hit my head on the corner of a wall. And it opened and there was blood everywhere, and there's a funnier part. Alright, so I ran into my mom's room and I was like, oh my god, and then she's like, what? And then I was like, there's blood. And so we went to the hospital, and whenever I had to get staples, so what did I say? Anyway, whenever I got the staples in my head, the doctor like pushed my head down in the pillow, and I kept yelling. I was like, I can't breathe, it's suffocating me. So you know what the doctor says? He says, if you couldn't breathe, you wouldn't be screaming. Come on. And like a 5 or 6-year-old just got their head cracked open. You're shoving my head in a pillow while you're stapling the back of my head. Come on, cut me some slack. But no, it's impossible. Anywho, let's get on to the next story. This story was actually last summer. Last summer, I was walking around with this guy I knew, because I go to Michigan every summer. I think it's every summer and then like every other winter. But I go to Michigan every summer to visit my mom, because parents got divorced when I was 8. That's a whole different story. Don't want to talk about that. Maybe another video if you want it. But so yeah, if y'all want a video about the whole situation of my childhood, just tell me. But so I was hanging out with this guy that I knew. He actually lives right down the road. So, I mean, we hung out a lot because he's like a week younger than me, I think. But, so yeah, we were walking around town one day because it's not a big town. Nobody really cares. And, we decided to go to the park. And we were swinging on the swings. And you know what happens? I was swinging and then I started twisting, like how you twist and then you stop and then you go backwards like the other way and you go really fast. Anyway, I was doing that. And the swing broke. It broke. So, in a matter of seconds, I went from spinning really fast to in the dust / dirt on the ground. Let me just say, the level of embarrassment that day was up here. Because I felt a mixture of fatness and embarrassment. Because, I mean, I broke a swing. Of course I was gonna feel fat. Am I fat? No. I know I'm not fat. But, let's pretend. Alright. So yeah, that happened. I broke a swing. And then he laughed at me. Like, that's gonna make me feel better. He just sat there and laughed at me. Not lying. Guys are mean. I hate guys. Right. Anyway, another story. This one is a good one, but not like, you have to be there for it to be super funny. Okay, I was walking home from school one day, because where I live in Ohio, it's like, the school is right down the road from my house. So after school, I would sometimes walk with my friends, which would only really put me a couple blocks out of my way, which is fine for me, because I need exercise anyways. Anyway, I was walking with, let me make up fake names. It was a guy and a girl. Girl's fake name can be Mary. The guy's fake name is John or something like that. Alright, Mary and John. Yes. Okay, so John was like a grade younger than me and Mary. But, we were walking home, and I had my ex-boyfriend's hat, and it was like a robin hat. It's a robin hat, and John thought it'd be a good idea to take my hat and throw it between him and Mary, and throw it in trees and in traffic and on highways, and anyway, that's not the super funny part. So John throws it to Mary, and Mary goes and she throws it in a tree. And okay, you know those poles, they're like wooden poles, and they go way up in the sky, and they have like a wire that goes from the top angled down to the ground, and then they got like the yellow thing on it. Well, there was one of those, and she threw the hat into a tree, and then she turned around and just, okay, I don't know how to describe this, but she just kind of threw the hat up, turned around, took a step, and tripped over that thing. She face planted the wet mud because it was raining. She face planted the wet mud. Just BAM! Like, I'm talking face in the dirt, butt in the air. Just it was really funny. I almost peed myself. I'm dead serious. It was just, you'd have to ask John because, oh my god, that is just super funny. Like, I feel bad about it now. No, I don't. I hate her. She's so mean to me. That's a whole different story though, but okay, my friend just gave, I'm done with that story, but my friend just gave me another story, and she's like my best friend in the universe. We're like sisters practically. Like, I call her my sister, and she calls me her sister. Anyways, we were at my house one day, and she was gonna spend the night, and then I don't even remember what we were talking about, but out of nowhere, she's just kind of like, get over here or else I'm gonna give you a hickey. And it took me a minute to process it. And I look at her and I bust out laughing. Who wouldn't laugh if their friend just yells, get over here or else I'll give you a hickey? Cause she didn't mean to say it, but it was just, oh god, it was funny. One of those moments where you'd have to be there, but oh god, it was like perfection. This is the inside joke. Inside joke. Alright. My last boyfriend, his name is, I don't care what he says. He can yell at me for all I care. His name is Robert. And the first time we hung out, we just like after school, we just kind of met up outside and walked down the street. And we went to the park slash woods slash trail thingy, whatever you call it. It's like one of the metro parks or whatever. And so we were going down the trail, and I took him to my favorite tree. Me and Kayla. Kayla, if you're watching this, I took him to the kissing tree. Yeah, another inside joke. Slightly. Not really, but oh god. Anyhow, I took him to my favorite tree, and I had written him a note earlier that day, and he had it in his pocket, and I don't even know how he came up with this. Anyway, I threw the note in the river, and I told him about some hobo that lived, like, up somewhere else in the woods. I was like, there's a hobo that lives over there, because there really is. There's a hobo, I don't know his name, but it's like the same guy, and he lives in the woods, in a little shack thingy. Anyway, I told him about the hobo, and he was like, oh, his name can be Robert, or something like that. So we got on this thing where there's Robert the hobo, and every time I write notes to my ex-boyfriend Robert, like the actual person, we would go into the woods and throw them in the water for Robert the hobo to read. So yeah, we make jokes about Robert the hobo a lot. My unbiological sister. Alright. These last two stories are about her anyways. But we decided that we were going to make a YouTube channel, and it was going to be Cat and Potch. Me, Potch, her cat. Anyway, so Cat and Potch, we made about 3 videos. We had like almost a half-hour long intro video, but that's aside from the subject. Anyway, one of our videos was Fun Time with Cat and Potch, and I cannot explain this video, so I'll put a link to it, like in an annotation or something, maybe in the description, I don't know, maybe both places. This video, it shows our friendship, so go watch that video. This is about my sister, Kat, as I mentioned. She was at my house one day, and if you're at my house, and you walk down the road to the main street, there's like a mall strip, or a strip mall, I think that's what it's called. And then, it's not like a real mall with like JCPenney's and Claire's and all that, it's like, I don't even know why they call it a strip mall, but there's like Save-A-Lot and Game Surge and a Chinese place, and there's a Heroes, Mr. Heroes, something like that, and then like iStores and resale shop. But if you go past that and down the street more, there's like music stores, like there's 2 guitar stores, and then there's I don't know what the other one is. But anyway, me and her were walking around this town one day, and we were like, hey, let's go into like the shops, let's look around. So we walk into this one shop, and it is just creepy. It's like all the lights are dim, there's just guitars everywhere, and then creepy old man running the place. There's like quiet slash loud. I don't know how you would explain that, but it's like just not normal music played. It was just weird. Anyway, that was a creepy experience, because he was like, hey ladies, can I help you with anything? In his creepy old man voice. That was weird. Yeah. Sorry that this video took so long. The videos, the stories weren't really that funny, but they were like old memories that I've had, and moments in my life that actually kind of mean things to me. So yeah.